Today we are going to make a cherry cobbler. I have about 6.5 cups frozen tart cherries in my saucepan. And then over here I have 2 tablespoons of cornstarch mixed with 3/4 cup of white granulated sugar, and we're going to whisk it together. That way the cornstarch isn't clumpy and it's a fine powder. And in the microwave I have about 3/4 cup of, not 3/4 cup, a little over 1/4 cup, almost a half, of melted butter, unsalted. And then we're going to pour the butter on top of the cherries and get it all thoroughly coated, mix them around with a plastic whisk. And then we're going to take the sugar and the cornstarch and thoroughly coat again the cherries and let them cook. The cornstarch is to simply thicken up the cherry juice so that whenever you're baking the cobbler it doesn't overboil as easily. And it just makes it where it's not as watery as it normally would be. These are just frozen out of a bag tart cherries. You just want to dump them in the pan. The frozen juice, the ice crystals, all of it. That'll come in your favor whenever it's time to put it in the oven. Okay, so as you can see, I have my coated cherries that have been coated with butter, sugar, a little bit of cornstarch, and these are frozen tart cherries. And then I sprinkled some cinnamon on top. That is a preferential thing. If you don't like cinnamon, don't add it. And then over here I had 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour mixed with 1.5 cups of sugar, a little bit of baking powder, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of salt. If you don't have unsalted butter and you use salted butter, then just don't add the salt. And then I whisked all that together until it was really mixed well and fine and made sure there was no clumps. I added in 2 cups of milk, about a tablespoon or a teaspoon and a half or so of vanilla, and then 1/4 cup of melted butter. And we're just going to whisk it together, and you can see the vanilla adds a light tint to it. And then all you're going to do, your oven should be already preheated to 350. And then all we're going to do here is we're going to pour this on top. Oh, I did add a little bit of vanilla to the sugar also. I mean to the sugar and the cherries and all that mix. Just a little bit though. Okay, so now it's in the oven. We're gonna bake it at 350, 55 to 60 minutes. And that is a very long time, but I promise it's worth it.